Welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I'm Ronique, and I appreciate you joining me here on my YouTube channel. Every lunation cycle, you and I get together and we discuss what is going on up in the heavens, because as they say, as above, so below. So I appreciate you joining me. Today is a really pivotal time here as we enter into November, because we have a lot of powerful new energies going on. November 4th is actually going to mark the beginning of the new moon in Scorpio season. And this is really pivotal because we are entering into eclipse season at this time. And so while this new moon in Scorpio is not an actual eclipse, it is a new moon. So it is opening up the lunation cycle that leads up to that full moon eclipse that we will have actually in Taurus on November 19th. So I invite you to watch this whole segment at the beginning first, and then you can advance forward to your sun, moon, or rising sign, or if you have planets that are also in other signs, I invite you to look at those as we move through this lunation cycle. So let's get right into this new moon in Scorpio, which occurs at 12 degrees and 40 minutes, where the sun and the moon are both sitting in Scorpio at 12 degrees and 40 minutes. So at this time, there is a huge burst of Scorpio energy. And so Scorpio is all about death, rebirth, but also going deep underneath of the surface. So at this time, you might feel more drawn inwards, maybe taking time for yourself to kind of reevaluate where you are in your life, or where you feel like things have been hidden maybe from other people's sight, and you're just trying to like get things straight in your mind. Scorpio does rule like the mental health industry. So if this is a time that you are feeling like you need to talk to someone or possibly reach out, this is a really nice opportunity to do so. Also, Mars is sitting in Scorpio as well at 3 degrees and 33 minutes, which is an angel number. So I think that's very interesting. And Mars is the ruler of Scorpio. So we have like this really powerful energy of really wanting to take action, move forward on something, possibly around those Scorpion themes. Especially like if you have been like afraid to do something, but like there's been an inner deep fear, because Pluto is also one of the rulers of Scorpio as well. And so Pluto rules like your deep rooted fears, anything that's in the dark. So I do invite you to, like, at this new moon in Scorpio, use all of this powerful Scorpio energy to like make new initiatives or set intentions for what fears you want to overcome. Also, if you can see here, sitting across the sky is Uranus in Taurus at 12 degrees 47 minutes. So literally the sun, the moon, and sitting across the sky, Uranus, are all at that 12-degree point. So this is a direct opposition to each other. And this is going to be important as we move through those first few weeks of November, because there's almost like this energy of something out of the blue could happen with Uranus. Uranus is one of these planets that it's kind of like that shock and awe, but it's going to be something that is around hidden themes because of that Scorpio energy. So just be prepared around November 3rd, 4th, 5th, but then that whole next 2 weeks leading into the Taurus eclipse, like I said, don't be surprised if information comes out maybe around finances, also anything around deep-rooted secrets, maybe something that will come to the surface at this time. This could be in the collective, or it could be just in your own private life. So be prepared for that. And if you are someone who has deep-rooted secrets, don't be surprised if some of them leak out, or if you've been trying to keep something under wraps and something does leak out. This is a time where Uranus opposing the new moon in Scorpio could be definitely a factor during this new moon. Okay, so I have my Scorpio or I should say my Scorpion out today. So I am always invigorated during Scorpio season. I was born right before a new moon in Scorpio, so this is one of my favorite times of year. And I pulled out this Moonology card because I want you to work through your fears. Like, that literally is the theme of Scorpio. It's like, if you need to, like, if you've been afraid to fly go in an airplane to take a trip, and you know that you want to see your son graduate, next year, maybe you take just a small, trip that's just within an hour or so, just to get your fears, just to start working on those deep-rooted fears and maybe realize it's not as bad as you thought. That's just an example, but I'm saying this new moon in Scorpio is this opportunity for you to face your fears head on and to move past them. And I pulled up the Death card as well, because in the tarot, the number 13 card is the Death card, and it is the symbolism of death and rebirth. You can see the skeleton on the horse, and he's coming in with he's ready to face his fears head on, but as well you can see all of these other people have died, and there's this almost this new reign of okay, I've moved past what I needed to, I've conquered my fears, and now I'm ready to rebirth or come into something new. So I invite you during this Scorpio season, please keep in mind that people's energies may be running high with that Mars energy. Be careful of getting into conflicts with people that it's not necessary. Just you might find yourself getting heated over things that are not really necessary. So just keep that in mind as we move through this new moon in Scorpio. Now, before I get started and I go on to the 12 signs, I also want to say a few things about this new moon in Scorpio, starting this eclipse season. Please be advised that once we get into eclipse season, officially at that full moon in Taurus, November 19th, we are going to start a new eclipse cycle. So Taurus and Scorpio themes will be very apparent in these next 18 months. So anything around your finances, your resources, anything about dealing with other people, dealing with maybe bank issues. This could be a good time for you to reassess your budget. Anything that is like a Taurus theme or a Scorpio theme are going to start being apparent during these next 18 months. Also, I want you to plant some new moon energy and intentions around what it is that you would like your finances or resources to move into. So if you have been trying to get out of debt, whether you've been trying to attract more money, a better job, a better position at your job, maybe you're trying to go for a promotion, this is a really great time to set those intentions, especially if you have been fearful around trying to leave your company. This is a really good time. Okay. So I also want to say that the November month ahead videos are up on Scorpio Soul Time for each of the zodiac signs. I invite you to look at your sun, moon, and rising sign videos, and make sure you check back throughout the month of November, because those are really going to be helpful and pivotal around those important dates, like we said. And it's interesting that the Tower just came up, so we'll see if that Tower card comes up during anybody's videos today. So I look forward to seeing you in your zodiac sign ahead, and I will see you soon. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your new moon. Uh-oh, look at all those cards that just fell out. So this is going to be an interesting season for us Scorpios. So hey, Scorpios, welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. We are going to get right into it. And what I'm going to do this reading is I'm going to keep the Death card out. And this is going to represent what we need to get rid of for Scorpio. So this will be a past, present, and future, and we are going to use these new moon in Scorpio energies to figure out what it is we're trying to transform from, what it is we need a rebirth in, okay? So in the past, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So there must have been an offer or something that you didn't take in the past. In the present, we have the Five of Swords. So that's definitely some type of energy of maybe conflict, or maybe some mental energy with other people that you need to deal with. And then in the future, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So Scorpio, definitely some energy of needing to move past some kind of conflict, or possibly someone in your past, or emotion. There is some kind of emotional either gift or offering that the universe or someone was trying to give you in the past, but you ignored it. In the upright position, Four of Cups is usually like an offering, someone trying to give you emotional help, or maybe something that you just aren't like paying attention to. But in reverse, this could be an offer came in that you weren't even interested in. And in the present, I think it's interesting that you get that Five of Swords. So there definitely is this death and rebirth energy around some kind of mental conflict that you've had with others. This could be someone at your job. It could be someone who came in with some type of offer, and they were kind of like playing mind games, and you're like trying to be the victor, and almost like you're trying to win, how they say it, when you're trying to one up someone, but you feel like you're all like, okay, I won this battle. Like you almost are like trying to get over whatever this energy that someone was trying to bring in, but then you literally are like feeling like, okay, I'm almost like playing mental games with this person. And with this being Ten of Swords in reverse, there is this energy of you moving on. Like you're done. Like you're tired of dealing with all of this mental baggage. And with it being in the reverse, the Ten of Swords is usually you can't do anymore. You mentally are spent. You're done. And so with it being in reverse, it's almost like you're trying to let go of something because it's an end of a cycle with the Ten of Swords. But Scorpio, with that death and rebirth, and with this being this whole cycle of new moon in Scorpio is literally you planting seeds to move past something that wasn't working for you before. So there is some type of energy that you need to get over. You either need to get over a mental strain of people in your life that are no longer serving you. There could have been offers. This could have been a job that you are looking back on and being like, okay, maybe I should have taken that job, or you're actually moving away from even this career. You could be moving into or stepping into another career that serves you better. But I really want you to pay attention at this new moon and set intentions that are around how do you get rid of this fear and get rid of feeling like you have to play mind games with people, or people are trying to play mind games on you. This Ten of Swords in reverse is positive though. It's kind of like you're trying to end a cycle, but it's going to take some time. I think that when we get to the full moon lunar eclipse on November 19th, pay special attention to any kind of themes that come up. Now that Mars has moved into Scorpio on the 5th of November, I think you're going to get a lot more clarity. Mercury as well exited its retrograde shadow on November 2nd, and Mercury enters Scorpio too on the 5th. So this is really going to be like cleared up. It's like right now at this new moon, set those intentions of what you really want so you can make sure that you stay on track and you figure out what it is you need to let go of so that you can move past it and start anew. Okay, Scorpio, have a great new moon in Scorpio, and I will see you next time. And make sure and watch your November month aheads, because I think that will give you a little more clarity as well. Okay, Scorpio, thanks. Hey, Sagittarius, welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading for November 2021. I am looking forward to seeing what's going on with Sagittarius. I think that You know, some of you have actually the sun moving into your sign at the end of the month or maybe into December. So this is a very important time for Sagittarius too. So, oh, let's see what just fell out. The Three of Cups. So very positive energy, something that you might be celebrating here into this new moon in Scorpio. So that is very positive news. So we're going to pull a past, present, and future, and we're going to keep it around those themes of Scorpio, of death, rebirth, what it is that you need to let go of for this new moon in Scorpio. And let's just cut the cards and see what past, present, and future themes come up for you, Sag. So in the past, you had the Four of Cups. Scorpio literally just had this exact same card in the past. So they had it in reverse, but you have it upright. So there is something, maybe you were dealing with a Scorpio, maybe the Scorpios were dealing with a Sag, maybe there's some type of offer that came in that you have been ignoring or you didn't pay attention to in the past. In the present, you have the Justice card in reverse. So maybe you've been waiting for a ruling or something in your favor that you're still kind of patiently waiting on. And then in the future, you have the Death card. This makes total sense with it being Scorpio season. I invite you to look at that Scorpio reading that I did right before your Sag, because I think you all might have some cross energies going on. So let's take a look. So there definitely is some positive, rejoicing type of energy going on. I do think with the, I'm hearing that the present and the past have a lot to do with each other. So there's some type of offer that was possibly being presented to you that you didn't pay attention to. The Justice card in reverse is almost like maybe you should have paid attention or taken an offer from the past that you're feeling like something was unjust, but it wasn't that it was unjust. It was just that you didn't receive all the information, or maybe someone came to you with partial information. So I'm almost getting like there is some celebratory news coming in somewhere in this new moon in Scorpio, Sagittarius, but with that Death card in reverse, it's almost like you need to set your intentions to get rid of any old energy that is no longer serving you. And possibly that's going to help this Justice card turn right side up so that you can celebrate. It's almost like there's some heavy energy here of you ignoring something or you not having all the information, and therefore you feeling like you were treated unfairly in some type of situation. But I feel like if you can get past that energy and realize you just need to like let it fall away, it was in the past, there's going to be some rejoicing that can come up for you. But I definitely think that you're going to need to plant some new seeds of intention at this new moon in Scorpio. And I think that this Death card, with it being in the future, is almost saying like by time you get to that full moon eclipse on November 19th in Taurus, you need to have discovered like what it is, or maybe at that time something will be illuminated for you to realize what it is you need to get rid of so you can get to that celebration. I invite you to look at your November month ahead, Sag, and just see how this energy and information plays out. I think you'll get a lot more information with those too. Okay, Sagittarius, have a good new moon in Scorpio. Bye. Hey Capricorn, welcome to your new moon in Scorpio, November 21 reading. I hope you all are doing well. If you haven't already, make sure and take a look at those November month aheads, Capricorn, because there could be additional energy information for you there for your sun, moon, and rising. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what we're working with. We're going to do a past, present, and future spread here. So in the past, you have the sun in reverse. So really nice energy that you had. Something good must have happened to you, Capricorn, in the past. So that's some nice energy working out there. in the present, you have the Seven of Swords. So there must be some energy of possibly trying to get away with something, or someone might be deceiving you. So make sure you're paying attention during this new moon in Scorpio. Also remember, Scorpio has to deal with secrets and things that are like underneath of the surface. So just pay attention during this new moon in Scorpio. Yes, and in the future, you have the Hangman upright. So there's something that you're almost like being illuminated for you at this new moon in Scorpio, or maybe there's some seeds of intention of you wanting to see things in a different light. So let's do it one card at a time. So in the past, you did get the Sun card. It is in the reverse, so usually the Sun card in reverse just means either delays of some kind of important news, or maybe something exciting happened to you in the past that was it was like long awaited, like you couldn't wait for it to actually come, and maybe it actually fruition, or maybe just parts of it fruition, but you're still kind of waiting on everything to come into your environment or into your awareness. I do feel like since it is in reverse, there's almost like this feeling of someone trying to either deceive you, Capricorn, or you trying to deceive someone else. Now, this could be at work. It could be dealing with a neighbor or someone who's close to you. There isn't any other cards here of like people other than yourself. So this just might more be your own mental energy. This might be you almost deceiving yourself into believing something is a certain way. Remember that Scorpio theme of mental health and things that are like deep rooted. So this also could be like your own mental health energy. Maybe there's something that you've been just not seeing clearly, or you've almost been like lying to yourself, if you will. Seven of Swords sometimes is like that, when it's just yourself, almost lying to yourself or trying to see things with like rose-colored glasses, and you're just like not able to like see clearly. This Hangman, though, I'm very confident is like you now being illuminated with information. You're moving past that Seven of Sword energy here in the future. That could be when we get to the full moon lunar eclipse on the 19th in Taurus. You may be then illuminated, Capricorn. So this is a really nice energy, because this means like you've been able to kind of move through this kind of like deceptive energy that you did have here at that new moon in Scorpio. So I would say, Capricorn, plant seeds of where you need life to be illuminated for you at that full moon. Figure out what it is you need to let go of. That Sun energy in the past, something was good coming in, but it didn't all come in because I think you were mentally wearing yourself out, trying to like be deceptive with yourself, if that makes sense. So I do feel like if you take a look at your sun, moon, and rising, and just see if you get any more information about how you can get rid of anything that's not serving you and move forward to this illumination stage, I think you're going to do really good. Okay, Capricorn, have a good new moon in Scorpio. Hey, Aquarius, welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading for November 21. How are you all doing? Aquarius, this is a great time for you all as you still have both Saturn and Jupiter in your sign. So hopefully you've been able to get some illuminations around that this year. Let's see what's going on with you all at this new moon in Scorpio. I do invite you to also look at your sun, moon, and rising signs, and also that the November month aheads that's already up on Scorpio Soul Time to help you get more clarity. Okay, so there's the Tower card. I knew the Tower card was going to come out for someone because it fell out in the opening segment. So something you have been trying to get rid of in your life, or possibly the world has gotten rid of it for you, has happened in the past. Maybe you've gone through something destructive, but with it in a reverse, maybe it is something that is hasn't quite fruition fully yet. So let's pull some more cards and see what that means. The Ace of Swords. So something in the present at this new moon in Scorpio, you may get some information, but it might not be all of the information, but be looking out for some type of clarity to come in. And then the future, you got the Empress. So really interesting energy, Aquarius, because they're all in reverse, which means that possibly you're going to be having some delays, or maybe all the signs won't be there exactly at this new moon. But what I am seeing is you have these two major arcana cards in the past and in the future. So you all are working through some like major themes here. And especially with the Tower card in reverse, I'm going to turn it upright so you can see, you know, usually it's the symbol of it. It looks very dramatic. You know, the people are coming out the building. It's been hit by lightning. People are falling out. But the reality of the Tower card is something in your world needs to be taken out of your world so that you can move on. And I think that that is really important during Scorpio season. So I would say that with it in reverse, there's almost like possibly parts of your world have been changed dramatically in these last few months, whether it's something at your work, you know, maybe there was a reorganization done and like everyone was just like blown away at, you know, how quickly it happened, or maybe something at your church, or maybe something in your neighborhood or your community center. Something happened around you that was dramatic in this most recent past, but maybe it's still not all the way finished, if that makes sense. So it might be like a good 6 months. It might be into that full moon in Scorpio next, whenever that Taurus season is. So I'm looking at, is that like April, May, whenever Taurus season, that will be when the full moon in Scorpio occurs. So this might be kind of like a long segment. It might not all work out in divine timing in terms of what you're thinking is divine timing, but just know that that Tower energy, it will be interesting to see if you look at your sun, moon, and rising sign videos, what also comes up. So just keep that in mind. And then in the present, you have this Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords, when it is upright, is like the universe is bringing you this divine information or clarity around something in your life. With this Scorpio new moon, though, I also want you to remember that right around that November 5th, Mercury enters Scorpio. So this might actually be like some clarity around Scorpio themes. This could be something deep rooted that was comes out for you or someone around you. But maybe you don't get all the information with it being in reverse. But I do think that it's a positive sign that you're getting that Ace of Swords in the present around when Mercury enters Scorpio. So that's some really good information, Aquarius. Just pay attention to like people around you, messages, information, dreams. Make sure you're paying attention around that November 4th, 5th time. And then the Empress in reverse, usually upright, she is signifying some kind of birth or some type of project, passion project possibly, that you're trying to birth into creation, start anew, fertility. But with it in reverse, there might be something in the future that you've been trying to get into to fruition, but maybe it's delayed more than you would like it to be. I'm almost getting a sense that it has to do with that Tower card. So maybe whatever, if it was at work, if there was a shakeup at work, there was a reorganization, maybe you're getting more clarity around the information coming in around that reorganization. But then in the future, it's almost like you are kind of thinking about either possibly leaving the company or just doing something on the side for yourself that you're trying to birth into creation on your own, or you're trying to work on a side project. So I do invite you, Aquarius, there's going to be a lot of clarity around, I think, that full moon in Taurus when we get there on November 19th. But like I said, I do think you're going to be getting lots of messages around that November 5th time because of Mercury entering Scorpio, and with you getting that Ace of Swords in the present. I also think that take a look at your November month ahead videos here on Scorpio Soul Time, because I think there's going to be a lot more clarity and you might get some synchronicities around your sun, moon, and rising signs. Okay, Aquarius, have a good new moon in Scorpio. Hi Pisces, welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. Let's take a look at what is going on with you all. I do invite you to look at your sun, moon, and rising signs to get a better holistic view of your new moon in Scorpio season. Okay, Pisces, so let's see. In the past, you have the World in reverse. So possibly you've been trying to get to the end of a cycle, but with it in reverse, maybe you're still working on it and you haven't moved all the way through those energies. In the present, you got the Sun card. So that is some great energy for you at this new moon in Scorpio, Pisces. So, you know, Scorpio is your sister sign. You know, it's another water sign. So this may be, you might get some really great information, intuitive insight at this new moon. And then in the future, man, and you all have the Three of Cups in reverse. So really nice energy, Pisces. Even though that one, the World and the Three of Cups are in reverse, I think that you have had one of the more positive readings so far for this new moon in Scorpio. With the World, usually the World is, you know, it's the last card in the major arcana, and it usually symbolizes some cycle has come to an end. With this one in reverse, I'm almost sensing like you've been trying to maybe finish up a class, finish up something dealing with other people. It could be something at your work, your job. There's some type of group effort that I feel like there's celebrations to come, but maybe you haven't finished it yet. Like maybe you all are in the home stretch. I do feel with this Sun card, there's like some really positive energy around what it is that, you know, maybe there's a degree or a certification or something you've been trying to get. There's some type of energy around group dynamics here with that Three of Cups in the future. So just keep doing what you're doing. I do think Pisces at this new moon in Scorpio is a great time to set new intentions. Maybe you set those intentions around being able to finish up what it is that you started back here with the World. With the Three of Cups in reverse, there is this energy of like celebrations are yet to come, but they might not come as quickly as you intended them to be. So that's why I said at this new moon in Scorpio, set intentions that you want this celebration to come, that you are excited and, you know, you're not going to have any fears around that Scorpio time, and you're going to set intentions for you to be able to celebrate with others. There really is a nice energy flow here of like ending something or trying to like get to the end of something. You're able to accomplish it, and then with a group or with family members or with colleagues, you're able to really celebrate. So I think this is a really nice reading, Pisces. I think this new moon in Scorpio is going to be very positive for you all. I do invite you to look at also your November month ahead that's on Scorpio Soul Time and see if you get any other insights into this month ahead. Okay, thank you, Pisces. Have a good new moon. Hi, Aries. Welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. I hope that you all are doing well and you are looking forward to this new moon in Scorpio. All right, we're going to pull a past, present, and future and see what this means around those Scorpio themes of the new moon. I do want you to also take a look at those November month aheads just to see how the energy plays out for you with your sun, moon, and rising signs. Okay, so we're going to split the deck and let's see what comes up in the past. So in the past, you have the Tower card. Another sign just got the Tower card. I want to say it was Sagittarius. Take a look at, was it Sag? Could have been Capricorn, but there was another sign that I just did that got the Tower card in reverse as well. So just rewind the video back a little and see who also got the Tower card in reverse. Remember, the Tower card came out in our very first part of this video. So I do think that it's interesting, especially with that Scorpio energy. So there's something that needs to break away that's no longer serving you, Aries. In the present, you get the Five of Wands in reverse. So possibly some conflicts with colleagues or people around you. But with it in reverse, it doesn't seem like it might be more around like competition as opposed to it being like full out like fighting, arguing. I'm kind of sensing this as more of a playful energy. But with that Tower in the reverse, it depends on kind of like what is going on in you and your world. Nine of Pentacles in the future, so that's a really nice sign. So it definitely looks like there's something that needs to break away. Like you either are having maybe something in your life is going on where you need to get out of it, or the universe is going to take it from you. Remember, the universe never takes away what you don't need. So even though you may think you need it, this could be an energy around people dynamics, like I said, at work, but it also could be family members or people that are no longer serving your higher good. Like there's some kind of system or something that is no longer working from the past that is going to show up for you at this new moon in Scorpio. With this Five of Wands in reverse, usually when it is upright, it's like these people, some people think of it as fighting, but I kind of, since it's not sword energy, I actually look at it more as like competitive play. Maybe you're going to be participating in a race or something that you're going to be like friendly competition. But it is the 5 card. So fives usually do suggest some type of conflict of some sort. So just keep that in mind. It could be positive. I think that it's not necessarily going to be totally negative because you have this 9 of Pentacles in the future. With it upright, usually it's this woman who is in her garden and she is just like lap of luxury, enjoying all of her wealth, her success. With it in reverse, maybe there's a delay in this gratification. Maybe some people of the present are hindering you from feeling like you can get to this place of gratification. I will say, though, Aries, with that full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, November 19th, this might all become a lot clearer. Like you might, since that is a full moon, you might get illuminated over what it is. It might have something to do with money because with that 9 of Pentacles, Taurus also rules like finances. Scorpio has to do with finances. So this could be something around your money, something around your workplace. There is some kind of like something that needs to end. And there's almost like a lot of talk or like rumors or something around maybe your workplace. I would suggest that you also take a look at your sun, moon, rising, and if you have planets in any certain signs in this same video, just to see how this plays out. Because like I said, another sign also got that Tower card in the past. So you might be dealing with that sign at this new moon in Scorpio. So set some intentions, Aries, that you are going to work through some of this Tower and competitive energy to be able to turn that 9 of Pentacles right side up for a more positive full moon in Taurus later on in the month. Okay, Aries, have a good new moon in Scorpio. Hey Taurus, welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. I hope you all are doing well. Taurus, this is a big month for you as you have a full moon in your sign on November 19th. And of course, Scorpio is your zodiac sign that sits across the wheel from you. So this is like a powerful time for both you and Scorpios. So let's see what energy comes up here in this reading for this new moon in Scorpio. We're going to do a past, present, and future spread to see how this new moon in Scorpio energy plays out for you. So in the past, you have the Chariot, So this could be some type of energy of you feeling like out of control with something. Maybe you felt like you had control, but then you lost control. So we'll see how that plays out later on in this spread. Then you have the Knight of Wands, also in reverse. So interesting energy here, because Knight of Wands usually means like some type of passion project, you feeling like you want to charge forward, get things done. But with it in reverse, maybe you feel like you haven't had the authority to do it, especially with that Chariot. Like there's some kind of resistance here. Then in the future, you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So there definitely is some type of energy. You can see everything is in reverse, Taurus. So at this new moon in Scorpio, there's something almost like underneath the surface that you're not able to like get your hands on to figure out like how to move forward. And I'm saying that because the Chariot card usually has to do with movement. When it's in the upright position, it usually has to do with you're feeling really in control. You have the reins of like these two horses. You're like, you know, the world is your oyster, you're charging ahead. But with it in reverse, it's almost like there's this stagnation, or you're feeling like there's a stagnation and you can't like get yourself, like you can't get the momentum going. And that makes a lot of sense with us coming out of like all of the Mercury retrograde. Mercury just exited shadow on November 2nd. So this could have been around communications, but I'm also just feeling like it has to do with maybe a project or something you've been trying to get underway, because you do have this Knight of Wands in reverse. Usually when it is upright, like I said, there's this gung-ho charging energy with it being wands, fire. Mars does enter Scorpio on November, so October 30th, Mars entered Scorpio. But what I'm also seeing is November 10th, Mars squares Saturn. Be careful, Taurus, around like November 10th time, so about a week or so after this new moon in Scorpio, there is some tension. Like somewhere there's something that you're trying to get going, but you just don't have the momentum. Like I said, from that Chariot card, that Mars squaring Saturn on November 10th could have some bearing on why we see kind of like so much resistance to you trying to get some traction. And with this Five of Pentacles in reverse, I'm thinking that you have something dealing with your finances that maybe you haven't been able to move forward with. Maybe you applied for a loan, or maybe you're waiting to hear back on a new business deal that you have going on. With it in reverse, though, I do think that there's this energy of you being able to like look past something. Like even though you haven't gotten all of the forward momentum, I do like seeing this card in reverse, because this means that you're no longer feeling like stuck dealing with your finances or your resources. I mean, Taurus, you all, you know, are that sign of luxury and feeling like, you know, you really want to feel secure in your reality. And so I do think that at this new moon in Scorpio, I want you to plant some seeds of intention around your finances, around where it is that you would like to get more momentum in your daily life, and just try to figure out where it is that you're kind of feeling stuck with this Knight of Wands and this Chariot. I would say also take a look at your sun, moon, and rising for the November month ahead videos that are also on Scorpio Soul Time, and see if you can get any more insight as to what it is that you are trying to move through and where you can plant some new seeds of intention at this new moon in Scorpio. Okay, Taurus, thank you, and have a great new moon in Scorpio. Hi, Gemini. Welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. Welcome to your new moon in Scorpio. So let's see what's going on with you all at this time. Let's see, Gemini. We are going to do a past, present, and future for this new moon in Scorpio, just to see what it is maybe you need to let go of, what you're trying to transform from or transform through at this new moon in Scorpio. So in the past, you have the Magician upright. Really nice energy, Gemini. So there is something in the past that you have maybe been able to overcome. You've been able to put your mind to what you wanted to do, and you've been starting to see it fruition. So that's really great, positive sign. In the present, you have the Judgment card in reverse. So something that you've been trying to maybe get to the end of, maybe there's some kind of judgment that you've been waiting on. With it in reverse, maybe you're still kind of waiting for that information, or you're just feeling like you're getting to the ending of something, but you're not quite there with it being in reverse. And then in the future, it looks like a lot of healing is going on. So 3 of Swords, but in reverse. Always good to see 3 of Swords in reverse, which means like some type of healing is going on. So let's see, Gemini, what's going on here. I do think it's interesting that you have this Judgment card right around the middle of November. This is kind of interesting because I feel like the Magician and the Judgment card are almost like there's something you've been able to like put your goals towards, to be able to like, you set forth some important intentions, goals for yourself, but you're almost feeling like they're not good enough, or you haven't been able to reach them. There's something with this Judgment card that's like you're being too hard on yourself, especially with that 3 of Swords. It's almost like there's this mental energy of you kind of like feeling down on yourself, like you haven't reached the end, or maybe when you do reach the end, you're not going to be judged the way you would like to. So what I also want to say is it looks like once we get to that full moon lunar eclipse on the 19th, this might be a lot clearer as to what it is like you were trying to get to, but then feel like you failed and haven't been able to get to. I do feel like there's this sense of like maybe going back to those original intentions, goals that you had at whenever this was in the past. I don't know if this was maybe back in your season, Gemini, or this could have possibly been at the beginning of the calendar year or the astrological year, but something in the past you like set forth these really great lofty goals, but then you're kind of feeling like you haven't been able to either reach them, or maybe you've reached them and it's not what you were thinking at the end. That's what I just heard. Like maybe this Judgment card is in reverse, is symbolizing like you thought, you know, you wanted to move to this new city and start a new life, but then when you got there, you're kind of like feeling down and feeling like, okay, maybe this wasn't what I was thinking it was going to be. But with that 3 of Swords, there's almost like a healing process. Like maybe you're trying to rush it too much, or maybe you're trying to rush a judgment, meaning like you feel like you have to figure it out all within this year. So I would say watch your sun, moon, and rising in this new moon in Scorpio video, and then also look at those November month aheads to get a little more clarity, because there is this like feeling of like needing to take your time to heal and not trying to rush the judgment all of a sudden. Like you might not be able to see it all laid out quite yet. But I do think once we get to that full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, I do think you're going to get a lot more clarity around what this was back here in the past that was working for you, but now you're kind of feeling like you're stuck. Okay, I hope that was really helpful for you, Gemini. I hope you have a good new moon in Scorpio. Thank you. Hey Cancer, welcome to your new moon in Scorpio video. I hope you all are doing well. We are going to do a past, present, and future spread to see what's going on here at this new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is your sister sign along with Pisces, so there might be a lot of dreams, intuitive energy that comes through at this time. So let's see what is going on with our Cancerians. So in the past, you have the World in reverse. We had another sign that just got the World in reverse. I want to say it was Aries. Don't take my word for it. Just rewind back in the video and see which sign it was. But you both definitely got the World card in reverse. So there's something in the past that you wanted to, you thought maybe you were clearing up the end of a cycle, but maybe haven't gotten there yet. In the present, Queen of Swords. So there's someone, whether it's you or maybe an air sign in your life that is trying to make some kind of decisions, maybe some kind of ruling you're expecting. Oh, and then in the future, you got the Wheel of Fortune. So very interesting, Cancer. So let's take a look here. So I do think the World card in reverse is interesting because it's almost like there's a cycle trying to end, but you haven't been able to get to that point yet. So maybe there's been delays, or maybe you're trying to finish up something at work, or something around some type of clarity, or maybe this is a boss figure, someone who is demanding something of you. Especially during this new moon in Scorpio, there could be some fears around like someone who is dominant in the present. Possibly this could be you. Or maybe it's almost like there's this energy though of like moving through this cycle and possibly getting to a point where like good fortune is going to come to you later on, Cancer, especially with that Wheel of Fortune in the future. The Queen of Swords card is always interesting to me because it's almost like it's this woman who is very fierce and able to like make quick and clear decisions. There's no wavering. There's no like, oh, I got to think about it. So there could be some energy around this new moon in Scorpio, Cancer, for you, where you're having to make a quick, clear decision where the clarity is like crystal clear. Like you're not even having to like think very long about it. And I do feel like with whatever that decision is going to lead to this Wheel of Fortune in the future. And this could be up at that full moon lunar eclipse that occurs on November 19th. There's something for you that is either going to turn things in a better direction for you, or possibly in a negative, but not negative like the whole world's going to turn upside down. Just more like maybe the way that maybe you attract what it is that you are trying to, whatever new intentions that you put in at this Scorpio new moon, I feel like is going to either fruition, or you're going to get more signs about it once we get to that full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus on the 19th. So this is really positive energy. I do feel like there is like someone, either you or a boss or someone who has authority, that is going to come into your world during this new moon in Scorpio. I want you to make sure you pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to people who are around you, especially with the let's see, November 5th, Mercury enters Scorpio. So I think anyone who gets these swords during the present position has to do with like that Mercury entering Scorpio. And so this could be like, you know, clarity around information, conversations. So take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video, and also take a look at the November month aheads, because I think a lot of this might get a little clearer for you when you watch those videos too. Okay, Cancer, it looks like a good new moon in Scorpio for you. I'll see you later. Hey Leo, welcome to your new moon in Scorpio video. I hope you all are doing well. I invite you to look at your sun, moon, and rising sign to see how all of the energies resonate for you. And let's do a past, present, and future spread and see how this Scorpio energy plays out for you this lunation cycle. So in the past, you have the Page of Wands. So some type of passion project or something, information is coming through from the past. In the present, you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So possibly you're waiting on something, waiting on information about money, resources, possibly something at your job. In the future, you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So yes, there is definitely something, I think, dealing with your job. You do have two pages, so lots of information coming in for you, Leo. I think the Page of Wands, especially with it being in the past, there must have been some type of information, possibly around a project you've been trying to start, or maybe you already started that project. I do feel like there's a sense of like working with others, or information that you'll need to work with others from the past. I say that because of the Six of Pentacles in reverse. There's almost like this energy of someone either offering you something, or this could be you offering money or resources to someone else. There is almost like this sense of like at your job, maybe you've gotten information about new ways to do your job, or maybe you've been waiting for a raise, a bonus. There's something here around like money, resource, and waiting on someone, or someone either not giving you money when you thought, or maybe there was information on, raises were supposed to come at a certain time and then you didn't get them yet. But I do sense with this Page of Pentacles, there's going to be more information around how to make money. This could be in your own world of if you are a entrepreneur. There's some kind of information around how to make resource, or how to make money using your resources, or possibly using other people's money to be able to make your own money. With this in reverse though, I'm getting this sense of like, it might not come as quickly as you would like it. Like it might be a patience waiting game, but there's lots of information coming in that you're just going to have to be patient. I do think with the Page of Wands in your past and in your future, Leo, there's some type of energy around be in the right place at the right time, like meeting people, networking, making sure you're like really paying attention to who's around you, who's in the right meetings. Make sure that you're paying attention when you like are on social media, whether it's on LinkedIn or whatever. There's like something around your money, your resources, possibly if you're looking for a job. There is this kind of sense of like, put intentions around this new moon in Scorpio around how to attract the right people, the right resources, the right information to really get you to where you want to get in this upcoming lunation cycle. And I think by the time you all get to that full moon lunar eclipse on November 19th in Taurus, I think this money information and resources is going to get a lot clearer. So take a look at your sun, moon, and rising sign, and also that November month ahead videos on Scorpio Soul Time, and see if any of this kind of makes a little more sense for you. Okay, Leo, have a good new moon in Scorpio. Hi Virgo, welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. I hope you all are doing well. We are going to do a past, present, and future spread here to see how the Scorpio energies play out for you in your sign. Make sure you do watch your sun, moon, and rising just to get a better clarity as to how this Scorpio energies will play out for you. So in the past, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Very nice, Virgo. So some type of resources are coming to you, or you've been diligently working on some type of project that is involving money or your career. Ooh, in the present, you got the Ten of Pentacles. So this is the generational wealth card. So this is really nice to see, Virgo. So you have definitely been working on something that is working for you. Keep doing it. Obviously, it has to deal with either maybe an inheritance, money coming to you. Maybe a family member is bringing you information on how to make more money or more resources. So already looking really nice. And in the future, you got the Queen of Cups. So that's a beautiful energy. A mother or a maybe some type of powerful feminine figure in your life is bringing you emotional support. This also could be a boss or someone just giving you like guidance, giving you emotional help. You all have probably one of the most feminine friendly and resource friendly, which is very interesting for Virgos, because you all have that spirit already. And so I really feel like this Queen of Pentacles is like you and your energy throughout this new moon in Scorpio. And so maybe there's a potential for you to figure out what is working for you in business or at work, or however you're making your, your daily life of abundance, and maybe like 10xing it, right? Like maybe there's this opportunity, especially with, I just said 10x and there's the 10 of Pentacles. There's this like opportunity, it feels like, to get bigger, to grow your abundance. It's like there's this emotional support and this financial support to like grow up your wealth for your family. There might be an opportunity for you to start some type of like new intentions at the Scorpio new moon around how can you build your business up higher? How can you maybe learn more in order to be able to, maybe you're taking a course on how to build generational wealth, or maybe you're learning a new trade, or maybe you're taking some classes so that you're able to like get a promotion. There definitely is this energy of like lots of support around you, Virgo, to be able to support your dreams. And so I think that this is like a really beautiful reading, Virgo. Excuse me. I do invite you when you get to that full moon lunar eclipse November 19th in Taurus, that also is about resources and money. Scorpio is a very financial sign as well. So at this new moon in Scorpio, plant some seeds of intention on what you would like to step into, how you would like to help your family with resources, how you would like your legacy to build on. That's what that 10 of Pentacles always has to deal with. And I think you're going to have a really positive new moon in Scorpio, Virgo. I do invite you also to look at the full month, or the November month ahead video. Virgo is always one of those signs that I usually have one of the highest viewerships of Virgos. So I always think that's very interesting. So thank you so much for your support, Virgo. And I think that this is a great new moon in Scorpio reading for you all. So I'll see you all later. Hi Libra, welcome to your new moon in Scorpio reading. We are going to pull a past, present, and future cards just to see how this new moon in Scorpio energy is playing out for you. We just left your sun sign, so hopefully you all had a good solar return. And let's see how this information plays out. I just heard turn over the bottom card. So King of Cups in reverse. So possibly someone that is a father figure or someone at work is trying to give you some emotional support, but with it being in reverse, maybe you're not seeing it as such. So just keep that in mind. You're the only sign that I heard to turn over the bottom card like that. So keep that in mind if there's someone trying to reach out and give you some type of emotional support or help, possibly take them up on it, okay? All right, in the past, you have the World card. Several signs have gotten the World card in the past. So definitely look through the other signs on this video to see if maybe you have some, you could be a cross watcher and you like to watch the other ones, but also this could be a sign that you finally have reached the end of a cycle and you're ready to move on to something bigger and better. So that's good news. In the present, you have the Moon card. So something might be hidden at this new moon in Scorpio. Very fitting for the new moon in Scorpio energy because Scorpio is all about what is hidden, what is not clearly seen by the naked eye, if you will. Could be like deception, lies, but not always negative. Like sometimes truths don't always need to come out at certain times. Maybe it's protecting someone, but just keep that in mind during this new moon in Scorpio, Libra. And in the future, you have the 9 of Wands. So you have been working through something. You are like tired. You're like trying to get to the end of some type of cycle, which makes a lot of sense with that King of Cups, where I said someone is trying to give you some emotional guidance or some emotional help. I do think though, with you having both the World and the Moon, two major arcanas with the past and present, there is this energy here at this new moon in Scorpio, Libra, of being able to work through whatever whatever cycles you have completed. Make sure that you are really complete with them, meaning since the Moon card in the present is like you might not have all the information, or there might be some deep rooted like fears or information that hasn't come out yet. just be certain that you fully are done with that world card, meaning like if there is something from your past that keeps kind of rearing its head, but you just don't have all the information, be patient till we get to that like November 19th full moon lunar eclipse, and then maybe this moon, whatever was like hidden, will become a lot more apparent during that full moon. Remember, new moons are going to be when you want to plant new seeds of intention. So there could be something that you want to make clear to the universe, that you need more information or you want to finish up a cycle. Because with this Nine of Wands in the future, I'm almost sensing like you're worn out from something that you've been trying to work through. And maybe you've been trying to work through it so hard, but you didn't have all the information yet. And that makes sense with us just coming through that whole Mercury retrograde time. And we just entered, we actually exited Mercury retrograde, and we exited its shadow on November 2nd. So this is like, maybe you're now like seeing some of the information that was like kind of hidden, if you will, during that whole like month of October, late September time. But I'm also sensing, Libra, that you're going to need to be patient with yourself, because it's almost like you're trying almost too hard. You're like trying too hard to get this information, but it's not readily available. And that King of Cups, I feel like someone is trying to help you through a situation, but you're not even listening. You're not even paying attention. Like it's almost like you're trying so hard, but you don't have to be trying so hard. And so it's almost like the universe is telling you, like, give it some time. If there's someone trying to offer you some emotional help, like, just be patient. Like, don't feel like you have to like know it all at this very moment. But I do think that this is going to be positive, Libra, but I do need you to like be patient with yourself. I would invite you to look at your sun, moon, and rising signs, as well as take a look at the November month ahead video, Libra, and just see how this energy plays out, because I do think once we get to the full moon lunar eclipse on the 19th, a lot of this will be a lot clearer. But I also think that you'll get a lot more insight if you also look at those other videos, just to see how some of this energy plays out and if you see any repeated themes. Okay, thank you, Libra. Have a good new moon in Scorpio. Okay, y'all, like I said, this new moon in Scorpio is about working through your fears. So make sure you take the time to figure out what new moon intentions you want to plant. Remember, this is the opening up of eclipse season. So we have a lot of exciting things coming up. A lot of information is going to be coming up. So just be patient with yourself, be patient with people around you. And I look forward to this new moon in Scorpio. All right, thank you. And if you haven't subscribed or liked or shared, I would love if you would. See you later.